Thank you for tuning in to Ncast. I am your on the scene reporter, Israel Weaver, and we are in the New York office of Project Utopia in the penthouse suite of the latest class of Team Tomorrow Academy. If you look around, you'll see lavish living space, terrace overlooking Central Park. We have 5 beautiful bedroom suites in this available, and first and foremost, primarily, the #1 Teen Nova team in America. Let's introduce our friends here. Well, I think Liberty Lad here needs no introduction. Hi, how's it going, Anthony?
Hey, buddy, how are you? It's great to have you here.
Oh, fantastic. Great. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about who you are? Like, where did you come from, Anthony?
Me, I'm just like an everyday American kid, you know. Grew up on a military base and had tons of friends, including one of our own members of the team. And then, well, something just kind of happened later on in my life, an eruption, as we like to call it. And I became Liberty Lad with the powers of flight, and I also have the powers of being really likable because I kind of represent America.
That's really interesting. So you clearly glommed on to the whole American theme going. Now, we've had our problems in the past here in this country. I mean, we've quite frankly dabbled with fascism in a couple of years ago. Don't you think that the continued reliance on novas and the failure to address the material needs of the people, don't you think that's just an inevitable step towards authoritarian rule?
I would like to say that I think that with novas, let's say if you're kind of short and you need something on the top shelf of your fridge or your kitchen, you need someone taller. And if you want someone with small hands to kind of grab something under the couch, you need someone smaller. And so I think that novas are kind of just different enough from everyday people that we can help you with those tasks that you can't really do. Usually it's, removing plutonium rods from like a nuclear reactor before it goes like kaboom.
That's a
But
fantastic
yeah,
non-answer. I love it. Great. Anyway, Circuit, you are a social media sensation. I think there's very few people who don't watch your streams. You're a, what is it, 15-minute Nova?
Yeah, that's the name of what I started. I'm actually gonna be starting a new stream soon, so look forward to that.
Great, great. And what are your abilities? What happened when you erupted?
Oh well, that is actually saved online for everyone to see. I was just actually doing a stream of while I was gaming, and a lightning storm hit. So now I have lightning powers, which is kind of cool. And I'm also even better at computers.
That's fantastic. Now, a lot of people say that with the unrealistic expectations that the media puts on youth and their self-image, with novas, that just heightens that level of disparity between the image that is put out there and the reality that most of our youth have to live up to. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we just have to be the best that we can be and make sure to show that to the world. I mean, I think everybody puts a face on to a certain extent. You smile even though you might not feel like smiling because a smile just makes somebody else want to smile with you.
Great. And I'm sure that won't give kids any problems. Levon, you have a military background as well, just like Liberty Lad here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, my family moved around a lot because my dad was in the Army, and yeah, I met Anthony. Goodness, it must have been 10 years ago now. We were both kind of little kids, and made friends, where I could, but always like to try and keep to myself. But yeah, then, one day boys were being boys as they were in the locker room, and I was I was it that day, I suppose. And I erupted, and so now I've got control over my density.
Wow, that's really special. Now, how do you think your upbringing in the military specifically? I mean, that's a very special sort of unique circumstances. Not a lot of kids have that experiences. How do you think that's affected you as a Nova?
Well, even though I have not joined the service, I was brought up around principles of honor and duty, respect, um, respect for both tradition, but also uh, for I guess you could say hierarchy. You know, knowing where you fit in. Um, and yeah, I still try to hold those positive elements of that upbringing close to my heart. You know, knowing where I am, knowing who I'm responsible for, and trying to appreciate the power that I have. Um, yeah.
Great. That is interesting. We'll have to circle back around to that. Now, Virginia, Waterlily, why don't you tell us a little bit more about who you are behind the media image?
Oh, I am, well, I'm definitely interested in future in the sciences, medical. I am interested in people and how we take care of ourselves. Um, yeah, I think a lot of my image is what I am.
Really, really. And how do you think that relates to your powers?
My powers are an expression of calming nature. So I'm particularly, it's taken a turn in my interest into behavioral health and how Nova abilities might affect them. So I'm trying to better understand my abilities in regards to behaviors of others.
That is interesting. You know, a lot of people have brought up some, well, concerns regarding Novas with your kind of powers. What do you think the line between the Nova's abilities to affect emotions or actions and the free will of baselines?
It is a very complicated issue, I agree, and I'm glad that thought is going into it. At this time, it's a matter of, I suppose, public safety is the major concern. Of course, free will is essential and incredibly important to all of our health and needs, but equally, there is a need for public safety and assisting those in emotionally distraught situations and circumstances. So I think we're learning as we go and trying to, you know, keep a good moral center as we do.
Fantastic. Well, with those preliminary questions out of the way, I think we're set to start touring your little your setup here. Who wants to lead the way?
Anthony, you are particularly proud of it. How about you?
Sure, why not? Well, when you come into my room, you see that it's pretty not ornate, but it's just everything has a place, which is kind of how I feel that, you know, baselines and novas have a place as well, working together. You can see I have books here, books on, you know, being a people person, the 10 effective habits of a highly successful people, a little bit of Machiavelli and the art of war. Yeah, just all kinds of stuff and some workout gear so I can stay fit for my fans.
As you're as the crew and you all are going through the palatial sort of like I wouldn't say estate
Sweet.
apartments, uh, all of you, everyone on the team tomorrow, all of your assistants, your phones, whatever electronic device you kind of have that is connected to the opnet, sort of goes off and sort of starts giving you like an alert signal, all in unison. And when you pull it out and look at it, it is basically the activation, and that and as you read the message about some sort of disturbance nearby, you'll all hear, including Israel, the reporter, there's a large crashing sound coming from a block or so down from your penthouse.
I reckon that's
Sorry,
our
I gotta go.
cue to, yeah, we gotta hit pause real quick, Israel. We gotta go take care of something.
Absolutely. We'll have recording drones on the way to see how you guys handle your first real big outing here in New York.
All right, who wants a ride?
Yes, please.
Circuit,
right.
do you need a ride?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a ride.
All right. With that,
All right,
I'll scoop Waterlily up in a I don't know, gender neutral like bro hug, like draped across my arms, but not in like I don't know. Just it's a practical way of carrying someone when you can fly.
Yep.
Understood. Appropriate hands. Got it.
Yes.
Yes. Ditto. With Circuit.
Okay, yeah, you guys look out. You from the penthouse, you actually see. You obviously have a very large patio area that you can walk out to, which obviously makes it easy to fly. And you see, and here there is some about block and a half away. There is a skyscraper being built, and you can see part of it has already started like bending and breaking and falling to the ground. You can very distantly hear like commotion. So you guys start takeoff and using your flight powers.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay,
Do we need to
make sure
spend
you-
quantum for that?
Yep.
Okay.
You spend the generally it's a set amount. I think flight is like 1 or 2.
Put it on here, let me see.
So make sure you
It's 2
spend
quantum
that.
points.
Cool. Yeah, it lasts for a while though.
All right.
I'll talk to I guess if everyone's within earshot, I can say I'll say Circuit, can you find out if emergency service has been called?
Yeah, I'm on it. And she'll grab Spark that was probably just rotating around her and
Yeah.
just open its interface and start typing in.
Yeah. Yeah. You honestly do that. The Spark already is. You already know it's standard procedure. If you guys have gotten the alert, especially for such a public emergency,
Okay.
that's already been also routed to emergency services. So
Okay.
that part has already been taken care of. But you've also pick up like information concerning
Yes.
the nature of it, because there are people live feeding this event.
Okay.
And what you see is there's some large, probably like like a story or two, uh, uh, some sort of robotic, like drone or robot that has started like smashing into part of the building. And there are a lot of these other little drones either on it or on the building that seem to be kind of going amok.
Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like we've got a really large robot with some drones that's causing all the trouble.
Hmm.
Okay.
Not good, gang.
Lily, where you want to get set down? I might have to go
Um,
toe to toe with that thing.
Yeah, no. If I suppose probably the exits, I want to try and keep people from panicking.
How much of the building is complete? Are there like construction workers or even occupants? Or
I'll
is it
get
just
that.
skeletal?
I'll get it's mostly skeletal. There is most of the frame is up, and maybe they were just starting like to put together the like interior of it so people could walk around in the building proper. But you guys don't know much of that until you come on the scene. And what you see from flying is you see sort of a large building, like I said, the cordon off constructed area. There seems to be a large group in the front near where this large like drone robot is. And from there is a group around it that they're sort of like looking and recording, but also kind of keeping their distance. And as you land, you notice it begins to rip a piece of steel off and throw it in their direction. We're going to all roll initiative now.
Initiative is the lower pool of either empathy plus dexterity or athletics plus cunning.
And we're 7 or higher, correct?
Yes, you all are 7 or higher.
Got it.
I have the same number for both pools, so
Yep, that's fine.
Go on.
Don't forget, anyone with Mega Cunning will add 2 successes if you get any successes per dot of Mega Cunning you have. Plus, if you have lightning reflexes or something like that, you can add that as well.
Do
does-
ones take away from successes?
Nothing.
Do 10s explode as well?
Yes, 10s explode. So
Okay.
please re-roll those.
So the difficulty 7, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you.
7 or higher is a success.
All right. So Schwarzschild has 1 success.
I have 0.
I have 3.
You
Hold
said the mega cunning adds 2 or 1
2
per?
successes. 2 successes per. Basically 2 enhancement, which enhancement you only add if you get at least 1 success.
That's fine. Thank you. So I'm at 4.
Okay, so I've got 1 a PC at 4. Anyone else at 4?
Nope.
Okay. 3? Anyone with 3?
Me.
Okay, so PC. Anyone at 2? NPC is up 3. Anyone at 2? Nope. 2. That'll be another NPC. 1. We
The
got
Schwarzschild is at 1.
Okay. So how initiative works in this is you are not tied to the slots you've made. When it's a PC slot, you all choose who's going to go. So even though you rolled, one of you guys rolled really well, one of you guys rolled really poorly, the one who rolled really poorly can still go on 4. So it works like that. You guys get to pick. And NPCs work the same way. I get to pick when they go. Currently, there is an action on 3 and 2 for the NPCs. So we are at top of the round for one PC turn.
Schwarzschild, you need to intercept the metal. Quick, put me down.
I do, but how high up am I? I can't drop her
you guys,
off.
I'm assuming you landed.
Yeah, no, the statement was we landed.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Then yeah, I will. With everyone else's clear, I will rocket towards the incoming chunk of steel and try to intercept it.
Sure. Go ahead and give me. That's going to be at least an athletics roll. And what attribute would you like to use?
Might to
Sure.
to resist the awesome power.
Okay, and you're not transformed. That's correct.
Correct, but I do still have.
Yep.
I think just a baseline mega strength.
Yeah, you have 2.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me might plus athletics.
4, 5, 6.
Your scale is 3. I'm going to say its scale, the size of this is 2. So you're actually a little bit higher than it. So you're going to get +2 enhancement to this roll if you get any successes.
Okay. Does my mega might factor into that at all?
That's how that works.
Gotcha.
Because it increases your scale, because your scale right now is 3.
That is 1, 2, 3 successes that I rolled in the pool.
Yep.
So 4, 5 total.
Cool. Yeah, you crack it out of the air before it's able to land. Like you literally jump up and just hit it, and it comes. You rest all of its momentum, and it comes crashing down. That is your action.
Okay.
Day 3, we got a PC and an NPC. PCs get to go first. Who would like to go next? Just so to remind everyone, you've got the big thing. It has turned. It threw the giant piece of steel at you guys, and a lot of these little drone things are starting to move around towards you.
Can I see how it's communicating? If it's like digitally communicating or radio signals, or basically, can I hack it?
Okay, yeah, you're gonna. That's definitely a tech roll for you. Make a tech roll. Plus whatever mental attribute you think is appropriate. How would you go about doing this?
Well,
Now, are you doing this just like through your computer, or are you using your quantum abilities to do that?
I was going to use Spark to help me do that, since
Because Spark
I already have them in hand.
Sure.
And I also have the telecommunication just to kind of, and digital manipulation edges.
So she is using her quantum powers
Mhm.
to communicate with Spark, and through that try to figure out what's going on.
So I would say probably intellect, since I don't think, well, I would like to do it fast, so I would love to use cunning, but
I mean, it's whatever you think is the most appropriate. It's the methodology you think you're gonna, or would you blunt force this, or will you be more dexterous and sort of agile with your thinking?
probably a little bit more agile. I want to get this done quickly so I can give the information to my
Sure.
teammates.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Um,
So it is 1, 5, 5 dice. Ooh, explodey 10. Okay, so that's 1 success. I gotta roll that one again.
Mhm.
What if it explodes? What if I get 10 on a 10?
You
Keeps going.
keep going.
Oh my god. Okay.
Maybe the dice finally like you.
You should do that. That's a good strategy.
Uh, okay. So I got 2 and I have mega cunning. So does that also
okay,
give...
so that's gonna factor into this.
Okay.
They're connected. They have basically the equivalent of an intranet here so they're all in this local opnet circuit that you're actively in. You're getting some conflicting data. You're not sure what they're supposed to be doing. Obviously not throwing giant pieces of steel at people. But you don't know much more than how they are actually communicating for this action.
Okay, but I can keep on
Yes,
it.
you can totally keep on it.
Okay.
So NPCs, the first thing is these little drones climb off of it and are just now sort of running amok. These things are about the size of a large dog. They all have like different appendages. Some are like welding torches, some are riveters, like to actually rivet the building. They're designed to be actually like cling on to the building and walk over it or skitter across the ground. They're actually coming at everyone, and so you all will get a small attack from these things. So I would like everyone to roll their highest defense resilience trait, which is either resolve, stamina, or composure. Every success will add 1 to your defense. Don't forget to roll any extra powers or count toughness.
Cool. And
If I have like a dot in defense, that would add.
Yes, if you have a dot in if you have a dot in defense, I think you add your mega cunning or mega dexterity plus your dots in defense. So you're actually going to probably add 2 dice for Liberty Loud.
Sweet.
Yeah, you'll probably add
Thank
2
you.
dice.
Cool.
Do the megas count as enhancements again for this roll?
No,
Okay.
they do not. Most things don't add to defense, and most things do not add to soft armor directly, except for very specific cases.
Sure, but it does count the total of regular plus mega.
Say that again. I apologize.
Sure. If I have, basically baseline composure plus dots and mega, it's the total number that I'm rolling.
No, it's just your normal attribute.
Just baseline. Thank you.
Yep, just your normal attribute.
Can do.
Okay. Did anyone have a defense of 3 or higher?
Yes. I got a 3.
Okay. Circuit, what about you?
I got no successes.
Okay, noted. Liberty Lad, you got 2 successes?
I got 2, yeah.
Okay, you're fine. And Schwarzschild?
Sorry, I need to actually roll for that. That is resilience roll.
Yeah, any one of your resilience attributes.
Yep. Anyone you think is the most appropriate of how you would be defending yourself.
Oh yeah, I will just be using stamina.
Sure. In your toughness will do you have toughness? You have normal toughness, right?
I have toughness 1 with environmental, hard armor, soft armor, and complete.
Yeah, that's fine. Just gonna add. It doesn't add scale at this point, so you're fine. All
Okay.
right. It doesn't modify this roll or anything.
What do I need to actually roll then? Just straight stamina?
Straight stamina.
Okay. That's 2 10s, so
That's good. And this will be your defense for the entire round if something else should happen. So
Uh,
keep note of it.
3 successes.
Cool. So your defense is 4. It's basically 1 plus at the number of successes you got. So I think Circuit is the only one who got hit. Is that correct? Yeah.
So,
All right. So what soft armor do you have, Circuit?
just the Yuba fiber.
Okay, sure.
So soft armor 1.
So they got only 1 success to hit you. You have, so they're just going to do 1 damage to you. So you take 1 injury condition.
Okay.
That can be of any rating that you can absorb. So it's your choice.
Okay. Yeah, just take that bruise then.
All right. So your condition is that a rivet has gone into your thigh, like one of these little, like big drone things, put the gun against your thigh and went, tunk, and now there's a piece of metal sticking out. You are currently going to suffer that difficulty if you try to make any movement, like when you move, you'll have that +1 difficulty on any of your actions.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurts. I'm sorry. All right. So now we're on to the second slot, we're on initiative 2, and the big thing turns to all of you. This thing doesn't like roar or anything; it's just very big and mechanical. But when it turns to you, all of you suddenly realize that this is going to be a more complicated situation. Inside, there's a guy looks like a construction worker actively like hitting buttons and sticks, looks desperately to get this thing under control. So this is not just an autonomous like robot. It looks more like a large exosuit. But it's going to come over here and try to squash Schwarzschild.
I invite him to bring it.
Got it. Noted. All right. Do you know your defense is still 4, I think, right now?
Yeah.
Correct.
You are not transformed. That is correct? Okay. All right. So his might scale is 3 right now. All right.
And I'm guessing I can't activate that reflexively.
Density control. It is reflexive. If you would like to activate it now, probably a good idea.
Yes, God, yes.
Okay. Okay, so
How
now
much-
your durability scale goes up by 2, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the file open so I can see it.
Yeah. 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 You're because you have 2 dots of density. Yep. It goes up by. Yeah. So you spend that quantum, and now yours is equal to him. So
And what does that look like when you power on Schwarzschild?
I get a slight bluish white glow around me, and just at the very edges of me, light seems to bend a little bit. Just like I have kind of this weird rim of maybe too bright light around me.
Cool. Oh, and did Circuit, when you were doing your thing with Spark, was that just you looking and like doing normal computer stuff, or was there something more fantastical about your interaction?
No, that was just her using Spark and Mega Edges, but no actual like quantum powers.
No display of power.
No display of power, really.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, back to Schwarzschild and getting punched in the face. It does not hit you. It actually brings its like tremendously strong, heavy, articulate arms down on top of your head, and it just kind of clangs against you. And that was its go. Now we're on to another PC turn. It's either Waterlily or Liberty Lad.
Do you have something, Lily?
Likely, I'll try and get the bystanders out of the way.
Yeah, they're kind of all over the place. Some of these people look like just passersby, but a lot of them have like suits on. There was obviously something more going on here than just normal construction.
Oh, shit.
I
Okay,
was in
so
character.
So there is, oh, thank you. So there's signs of some sort of other suits than the construction team is what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
absolutely. Yep.
Okay, then in that case, we're going to, again, try and clear the bystanders, but keep an eye on those.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, how would you like to deal with the bystanders?
Basically the, persuasion of, this is dangerous and you need to step back and away from the scene.
Sure, absolutely. You can totally do that. All right, let me look up. Are you gonna try to use hypnotic presence, or are you just going to more normal social?
We're attempting normal social first off.
Fair
so likely the manipulation or persuasion.
Because you have mass influence, the number of people will only increase the scale by 1 because there's actually a good number of people here.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead. That's definitely going to be a persuasion roll.
Okay.
And they're going to get but your scale, what kind of attribute? How are you getting them, convincing them?
I think we're going with, actually, can I use the composure? Basically being a voice of reason, a steady voice.
Sure, totally. But your mega won't apply to it. That's
understood.
Not how, yeah. You can totally use the actual composure as you bring a nice calm voice to them, because some of them are kind of freaking out even and trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah. No, her approach is, I sound like I know what I'm doing and I need you to do this thing.
Yeah. So go persuasion plus composure, please. And I'm setting the difficulty. I'm actually trying to look for because you have calming composure, right?
Correct.
I wanted to see. Okay, just let me know when you want to use that. That just would calm them down, but they're not in a hysterical state right now. But they
Correct.
are scared.
I don't need to change the atmosphere yet.
Correct.
I've got some 10s. Let me go ahead and adjust that.
Your scale right now for this, because you're using composure, is only 1. They're at a 2, so the difficulty is slightly higher.
5.
You got it. Yeah, you're like you tell them, hey, everyone, you need to leave. This is a dangerous situation, and they do pay attention to you. And a lot of the people start going, hey, yeah, we should get away from here. And then like the suit guys want to continue like watching, but the construction workers are like, no, we need to like clear the area. Like they're kind of coming to their senses and like starting to help you move people back.
Everybody, thank you so much for your cooperation. And I also need you to help the people around you if they don't seem to be able to move on their own. Please work together, clear the area.
Mm-hmm. And they are doing that, which is really good because another like little batch of these little buggers like runs up to where you guys are, but they have moved off. So they are keeping ahead of these small drones that are scurrying around. And last, we have Liberty Lad. What's Liberty Lad doing?
Am I able to fly and use? If I want to use small unit tactics, am I able to? Is that just? Go ahead.
No, I'm looking at your sheet. So go ahead. Tell me what you're doing.
I mean, I would like to kind of give suggestions to everyone, mainly for probably for. Does it apply to just one combat maneuver?
I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay. Because I'll decide either just helping Schwarzschild or
what anyone can always do is take an action, and whatever successes you get, you can basically bank them for the group that people can pull on for later as enhancement. And you have 4 momentum right now. I forgot to mention, because there are 4 PCs, you start with 4 momentum. And those will add dice to your rolls if you want to use it. You have, I'm going to look it up again. Small unit tactics.
Page 59.
Yep.
So I can add 2 enhancement to a combat maneuver.
You'd have to wait or go in conjunction with someone else. They're about to do something. So if you want to wait and say, hey, I'm going to help Schwarzschild with his next thing, I'll let that totally apply.
Let's well, I'll do that then.
Okay, go ahead and make a. We'll make a. Do they have a command roll? Plus, what social would you like to use?
I have the most in presence, but I think it'd probably be composure since it's kind of remaining calm under pressure.
Sure, absolutely. So go ahead and roll that. And every success you get will be an enhancement that Schwarzschild is going to use on his next action.
And that's
on top of the small unit tactics.
Gotcha. And that's scale 1, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Groovy. So better than 7. I have 3.
Cool. So there is currently a pool of 5 successes of enhancement for Schwarzschild's next action.
Gotcha.
Speaking of which, we're back at the top of the round. This is a PC action.
If everyone's okay with it, then yeah, I'm going to try and I want to try and tear this thing apart such that I can get the operator out of it. So like literally go up to like its chest panel and grab the cockpit and just yank.
Sure. So what this is going to be is you can attack it, but you're going to have a 2-point complication on this. And if you don't buy it off, you may still succeed on getting him free, but you'll hurt him in the process.
Okay. Can I buy that off with any of the enhancements that are in the pool?
You will be able to once you roll, because if you don't get any successes on the roll, you cannot add enhancement to the roll.
Gotcha. Then yeah, I'd like to fly up and use my Megamite.
Sure, that definitely sounds like a athletics plus might roll.
Just a second.
Its durability scale is 3. I think your might scale right now is 4.
Yeah, so I get a dot of. Hang on. Let me look up my power again, real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking at your sheet. I think you are, because you get 2 more dots of Megamite.
Correct. So I currently have Megamite 4.
Yeah, so your scale is actually 5.
Cool.
You're really, really, really strong. But its durability is still high enough that you still have to roll. So you'll get 4 more enhancement onto this roll because of your differences versus how tough it is versus how strong you are.
Okay, 7 dice. Come on, baby. Oh, there's at least 1 10. All right, 1 success on the roll.
Sure. Well, good thing you got that 1 success, because you just added a whole bunch of enhancement. So first off, I'm assuming you're going to buy the complication off.
Yes.
So you're not going to hurt the guy. You rip into this thing. He looks wide-eyed because you all see this. He kind of puts his hands in and he bends these steel alloyed like frame just to like tinfoil, and he just wrenches it open, puts a hand out. The guy grabs your hand and you kind of just slightly yank, and he just like hops down and starts running off. But with this enhancement, would you like to put an injury condition on the robot?
Yes, I would.
Okay, sure, you can do that.
Like once he's out, I'll kind of like gently chuck him at the ground, and then using that motion as a wind up, I'll just punch as hard as I can down into the cockpit, hoping to hit something vital.
Yeah, you totally do that. You do hit into it. You take more chunks out of it, but it's a very hardy machine. It was designed to take a lot of punishment, and so it is still up and operational.
Okie doke.
All right. Now we are on tick 3, which means we have a PC and NPC. So what would the PC like to do?
Okay. Does anybody mind if I decide to keep trying to get these little drones to stop working by telling them to stop?
No, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep pushing forward with the hacking technique that I was doing to try and get these little guys to stop and just like stay.
Okay, sure. That is going to be another tech roll. What attribute would you like to use?
I would like to use cunning again.
Sure. All right. Go ahead,
4,
roll.
7. All right.
Another rule, because some of you have a decent amount of skill tricks. You can use each of your skill tricks for free once per session. And if you want to use them after that, you have to spend 1 momentum from the momentum pool to use it.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't even using my skill trick or specialty.
Specialties do not apply to the skill itself. Oh yeah, you do, because you're
Yeah.
using technology and
Yep.
you have a hacker. Yes. So you can totally make those apply now if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
That adds a dice for each one?
No,
Or-
it adds a enhancement.
Enhancement. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let me roll the dice that I have.
Now your skill trick, unless you want to activate it, that's something entirely different.
Okay, I've got one more to roll. There. 1, 2, 3.
And you are using cunning, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 3, 4,
Oof.
5. Okay, I have 5 successes plus the enhancement from
Your specialty.
hacking.
Yeah.
Elite hack.
Hacking or computers is fine. One of the two would apply. So you unfortunately do not get much ground. Someone is actively what?
Mega cunning. I almost forgot that as well.
That doesn't apply to this situation. It doesn't increase your scale.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I know somebody now is actively fighting me.
You are like trying to issue commands, and those commands are almost immediately being overwritten by some sort of signal, or maybe it's a replicating virus. But you know that whoever worked on this is as smart and capable as you are in your field. So unfortunately, you failed the roll, which means, but you failed with a specialty, so we're adding 2 momentum to the pool. So currently, you have 6, everyone.
Okay. I'm gonna relay that to everybody else so they know what, like, there is actively somebody controlling these little things.
Yep. And speaking of little things, the little drones are still very active, and they're moving around, and they're going to attack everyone. So now that we're in the new round and new attack, everyone has to roll defense again.
Okay. Oh,
Got it.
cat.
Okay.
Defense again. That's 3.
Tins count as 1, but they explode, right?
Correct.
Okay. And how much do I add because of my toughness, which is now 4?
Yeah, your toughness
3.
scale is 3.
Yeah.
So for this, they're scale 1, so you're adding 4 to your soft armor essentially.
Okay. So yeah, in total, 4. That's 7, I think. I rolled 2 successes.
No, when I meant soft armor, I don't mean defense. Your defense stays the same. The toughness would add to you if they actually hit you. It'd be very hard for them to hurt you.
Okay. So what are we rolling then?
You are rolling your like normal. You're rolling either your stamina, resolve, or composure.
Yeah, I've rolled stamina. I've got 2 successes.
Then you have a defensive 3, unless you have something else that would add to specifically to defense.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
So
the soft armor adds to it?
no, soft armor is the amount of successes they need to hurt you after they hit you.
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go down the list. So Schwarzschild, you got 3 right now?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, you're not hurt. Liberty Lad.
3.
Okay, you are not hurt either. Circuit.
1.
Okay, you are hit barely. And Waterlily.
2.
2 successes.
Correct.
You are not hurt because they didn't get enough. So Circuit, they, instead of hurting you, they kind of get tangled up in your feet, and you kind of fall prone, like that. You just fall over. So you'll need to use a mix action to get up off the ground next turn.
Okay.
But your leg also hurts, which is going to make it more difficult.
Okay.
So that was their round. We're on tick 2. The big robot is going to try again to hit Schwarzschild. This time you see its arm sort of extend and transform, and it now has a large, like, drill, and it's going to bring it down on top of Schwarzschild's impossibly hard head.
Ouch.
But your durability scale is 3 right now, right?
I believe so.
Yes, yeah. Because if you have toughness 3, yeah. All right. That means you're meeting its might scale, so it's not going to get it. No one's getting any benefit right now. Alrighty, let us get some enhancement. And your defense is 3 right now?
Yes.
Right. It hits you. And what? Okay, so what is your soft armor? Normally 1.
Normally it is 1, yes. But now that I have my all my powers turned on, I think you said I have soft armor 4.
That's if your scale was higher than its.
Oh, gotcha.
Your scales right now are even, so they're kind of canceling each other out. So your soft armor is literally 1 right now.
Yes.
Which, but it rolled enough successes. You're going to take an injury condition, and then it's going to hit and give you a critical. So it's going to give you another injury condition.
Now, do you have hard armor as well?
I do. So the first that first thing is going to come off of my hard armor.
Got it. Good.
And then I'll be bruised.
Sure. If you have to make any sort of like fast thinking or coordination type rolls, like cunning or intellect or like dexterity rolls, that's what your bruised is going to apply to. As you take just a hard drill to the head, you actually all see this. It comes down, and at first you think Schwarzschild can take it, but then very quickly you see that it impacts the side of his temple and sort of sends him reeling, and you actively see blood coming out of his out of his head wound.
Okay.
But it probably would have obliterated a normal person. Yeah, everyone get shock faced.
This is my shock face.
Oh no, that's the wrong key. This is my shock face. Perfect. All right, so that was the big old robots. Okay, we got the last 2 PCs. Who would like to go?
Actually, before you guys go, since you guys aren't as actively involved in things, I would like both of you to make either a technology or a larceny roll.
Liberty Lad and Waterlily.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what else is an attribute?
And you're trying to notice something. So probably a mental attribute.
Likely.
Okay. Cunning, I think, is probably accurate there then.
Yeah, cunning is a lot of perception-based stuff.
I got 2 successes.
3.
So Waterlily, as you're sort of like coordinating on the ground floor, you sort of notice something through the building. You see something is inside the building rising up from one of the sub levels. And there's this blue glowing object that seems to be moving in the opposite direction of where this conflict is.
You said blue glowing object? About what size?
It's probably size 1. So it's going to be a person size thing.
Okay. Do we have communicators?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they'll basically be I'm seeing something fleeing the area. It's glowing in blue. It may be part of our source.
I mean, I would say, or Liberty Lad would say, Waterlily, try to help Schwarzschild and Circuit. I'll go after that thing. But then if you want to do that, help them first. I think that's fine.
She would basically respond of my skills are not primary to the fight he's in. Let me follow this. Please go help him.
All right. Do you want me to go then?
Yes, you can
Cool.
go next.
So the robot just attacked Schwarzschild, and
Yep.
he's a little wounded. Is there any like weak point I could see on there?
Let me look.
Or
I mean,
anything
part
special?
part of its chest cavity is torn open like a fast food container.
Yep.
Okay, I'll fly into there and start pulling at stuff.
Okay. It is going to be kind of hazardous because it is actively like
Yeah.
there. It has a defense.
Can I use
It has-
momentum?
You can. That will add dice to the roll. They all have to approve. The other
Okay.
PCs have to approve the momentum use and how much.
Can I have one dot? Sir, may I
mean-
have some more?
We're
Yeah.
at six. We're at
Yeah, I'm
6.
good with
You
you.
can have 2 if you want.
Yeah, two's
Yeah.
fine.
I'll do one.
All right. So, since you're trying to get in there, I'm thinking, this is going to be. This could probably be a technology roll
Okay,
because you're trying to actively try to disable this thing.
gotcha.
But what attribute do you think would be appropriate?
Probably dexterity.
Sure. No,
Dexterity. Want
go
to do dexterity tech?
All right. Yep. And
Cool.
because of its rapid movements and sort of like and how awkward it is, because especially Schwarzschild ripped a giant hole in it, it would give you a complication. But because you're so dexterous, mega dexterous, you're able to avoid. You're going to be able to avoid the complication itself.
Cool. So it's still scale 1 then?
Yeah. See, Megadex doesn't add or subtract scale. What it does is it lowers complications and then
I'm sorry,
difficulty.
complication 1. Then.
Yeah, it was a complication 1.
I swear I've read the book.
It's
Um,
okay. I don't
right.
expect you all to know the rules.
I got it.
That's what you have me. All right. So
Okay,
it has a
3 successes.
3 successes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're able to get in there. Would you like to inflict an injury on it?
Yes.
Okay. You're able to do that. He starts pulling in wires. You start seeing like pulling out, like getting underneath the control panel. Like you flew in, pulled out some of the wiring, and you definitely see some lights on the control panel start going down, and some of its movements are getting a little bit slower and jerky.
Groovy.
All right.
Take this,
now-
you un-American robot.
Okay. And I'm going to see what's going on with our blue object.
Okay, sure. Do you have any speed powers?
No.
Okay,
This
so
is
your
keeping
speed
eyes
scale
on
is
it.
1.
Mhm.
All right, you're gonna need to hoof it. It is moving fairly quickly now.
okay.
So this is probably definitely going to be athletics plus one of the physicals that you think would be appropriate.
Okay. Well, again, this may not be my primary, but I'd rather the robot get taken out. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think I have a good shot, but let's give it a go.
You can take some momentum if you want.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, please.
Do it.
Yeah.
So you have
X-
4 left. So how many? How
5.
much?
We had
Um,
6, and Liberty Lad only took 1.
Oh, okay. Then we have
Yep.
5.
Correct. Does anybody mind if I run the 2 this time?
I do not
Nope.
mind at all.
Go for it.
Okay. Excellent.
Only if you don't win.
I mean, it's a possibility, really.
Helps
Come back
add more
on your
momentum.
shield or without it.
But you are Novas, and that just makes you better than everyone else.
Okay. At least I got a 10. 1 sec.
Sounds like tarot talk.
Oh no.
I
Actually,
wouldn't know
that
what you're
got
talking
me.
about.
That got me a 3. Is 3 enough to keep it in sight?
3 total successes.
Correct.
Yes, barely. It
Yeah,
is
I was
a
like,
speed,
thank you,
it is a speed scale 2 to your 1, so it's moving faster than a normal person.
Mhm.
You are if it gets any farther from you, you're gonna lose sight of it probably.
Right. Okay.
The
But
only
now
reason
that
you
it,
kind
but
of
now that it's sort of disentangled from the building itself, you see that it is another drone. Definitely of a different make or a model of the ones that are attacking. And that's holding this sort of like glowing blue cylinder in its manipulator arms.
Okay, so we'll go ahead, keep track of that. I don't know if the building had something glowing in it and it was just stolen, but I think this thing's going to get away with it. Our priority is to the people and the safety.
Okay. We are back at the top of the round because that was last PC, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
No, Liberty Lad, right?
No,
He
ran.
ran
I did.
slot
I
two.
did the thing.
Okay.
Yep. So we are at top of the round. We have PC.
I don't have to go first if y'all don't want, or
It is entirely up to all of you who gets to go.
I have
in.
no problem with the initiative order.
Do
Okay.
we want
I kind
to?
of like it.
About to say that can work first, or we can have Circuit try and take out the rest of the drones before they get another shot.
Oh, I like that.
Because currently no one has done anything but the little drones, and there's a couple, like a dozen, maybe a dozen and a half of them running around.
Okay.
You can see if there's a signal coming from the people in the strange uniforms.
That's true. Well, I assume now can I narrow down where the person is that's that's communicating with them?
That is another tech roll. Please
or
note
like
that you're on the
try to lock
ground,
them
and
out.
if you want to get, go ahead. I'm sorry, I talked over you.
No, it's fine. I was going to suggest maybe try to lock them out.
Yeah. Can I just stop all signal communication?
You can attempt to.
Okay. Still technology roll?
Yep, absolutely.
I would like to use my computer specialty this time.
Sure. You will need you'll have to get up off the ground, and unfortunately your leg is hurt, so this is going to be at +1 difficulty.
Can I just hold on to Spark and let him help me up? He does fly.
He's currently in the robot.
He's inside the robot?
He's inside the robot. Yeah, he had to fly in to pull out wires from the cockpit.
Okay. All right. What do I have to roll to get up?
No,
well,
Matthew, that was Liberty Lad. She's talking about her flying computer friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I'll totally let the Spark lift you up.
Okay. Yay.
So you're kind of being suspended sort of midair by it as you're like working with the computer.
Okay. So let's see. That is still going to be 4. I'm going to use intelligence since the mega attributes don't really matter. So and that's 4, 5, 6, 7 dice rolling.
Yep. So tech plus intellect. Your intellect scale will apply.
Oh, okay. So mega int will apply in this one?
Right, because mega cunning typically does not add scale to anything.
Ah, okay.
Mega
Gotcha.
int specifically adds to your intellect scale, and this since is an intellect-based thing, it will apply.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which lowers the bridge in competency between you and the person, you and the thing that you're dealing with.
3, 4. That's another 10. 4, 5, 6. Rolled 6 successes, and then the computers adds as well as the int.
It has higher scale than you, so it's going to get some enhancement, but not much. Plus, does your drone give you an enhancement?
Just mega manipulation.
Okay, yeah, no. I
Yeah.
didn't know if it had any built-in enhancement. So
only for making us look good.
So you have 7. How much total did you have?
Yeah, she rolled 7 successes.
I rolled 7 successes. Then
Okay.
I have you said you get 2 from the specialty.
Right.
So 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
And then I have the mega int.
Yeah, you totally lock. Well, the mega int is making it easier for you to do it. It makes it. They don't have as much of a lead on it for you, but you're absolutely able to shut down all of the communications with all the drones, and now they're not. They are still active. The robot is still active, but it definitely looks like nothing. There is no coordination going on. Whatever they're doing, they're just kind of doing the same thing on repeat.
Okay. Can I also relay? Can actually Spark, because Spark has the telecommunication, because they relay the information to Utopia about the the drone that's getting away with the blue vial thing.
Sure, I'll totally. That you rolled enough successes, you can totally have them communicate that intelligence.
Yay! Hopefully somebody can grab them. All right.
Okay, so so next PC turn.
Get him, Schwarzschild.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll smash this thing.
Yeah.
The blue drone is getting away like through the building.
It's already past the building. It's almost out of the So you know how you have a little area around that's the construction site.
Yeah.
It's almost out of that area.
I'm going to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can lift this robot and fly with it.
Sure.
So I can drop it on the blue thing that's trying to get away.
Sure.
And that's where we'll end it this week. Tune in next time to see where things go from here on Aberrant Atomic Youth. Don't forget to follow the characters on Twitter to see more of the story, and follow Simulacra RPGs for updates on the show and the channel. If you'd like to support the show, you can subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels at Simulacra TV, but the best way is to go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios and become a patron. A big thanks to our $5 and up patrons. You keep the story going, and we couldn't do it without you. Until next time, remember, your legacy is our future.